how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Asshat Podcast here on YouTube. I did a little golden book recently. It was the D&D one, based on the old cartoon, the 80s cartoon. I've gotten okay with calling stuff from the 80s old now. I'm like, okay, it's over 30. If somebody was born in 1990, it would be 30, like 33 or getting ready to be 33. So yeah, it's old. This is my only other little golden book. I had a copy of this when I was a kid. This is not that one. I found this at a thrift store. This is Shazam, A Circus Adventure, 49 cents. I just remember being in some store as a kid with my mom. I don't know what store it was. And I found this on the rack, and it was marked down to like a quarter. And I dug in my pocket and found enough change to pay for it. Okay, can I get this? Okay, and bought it. Because as a kid, I didn't understand tax. Like, until I got about first grade, I didn't really understand that. Okay, the price, so you got to pay that plus tax. So mom would cover the tax. Let's check it out. It's from DC Comics. Let's see what year this is. 1977. That could have been when I got my copy back. And illustrated by Kurt Schaffenberger. Bob Oden. Station Wiz is sponsoring a circus to raise money for a new hospital, said Mr. Morris, the station manager, to Billy Batson one morning. I want you to go out to the park and do an on-the-spot report. Billy hurried off. When he reached the park, he found a large crowd waiting anxiously for the circus train to arrive. His sister, Mary Batson, was there with their wealthy stepmother who planned to make a large donation to the hospital fund. I love a circus, said Miss Bromfield. Me too, said Mary, but where's the train? The tent should be up by now. It's a neat time for the circus to start. People were checking their wristwatches and staring impatiently down the railroad track, where the train should have appeared a long time ago. Some of the younger children began to cry. Mary hurried to her brother's side. Everybody's very disappointed, she said. Isn't there something we can do? There's no circus, Billy said. There won't be any money for the hospital. We better do something, even if we put on the circus ourselves. So that was what they did. Shazam! Together said Billy and Mary. Spoke the magic word that transformed them into the world's mightiest mortals, Captain Marvel and Mary Marvel. One circus coming up, they shouted. The crowd stared in astonishment, and then everyone cheered. The people formed a huge circle, watching as Mary Marvel did a graceful riding out with two frisky horses borrowed from a nearby farm. While she was performing, Captain Marvel borrowed 3 ferocious lions from the city zoo. Then he put the big cats through an amazing wild animal act, persuading them to do tricks no lion had ever dared before. Next, Captain Marvel and Mary leaped into the air and gave a breathtaking trapeze performance, complete with loops, spins, and somersaults, but without trapezes. Now what, Mary asked Captain Marvel as they bowed to the crowd. We're running out of tricks and still no sign of the circus train. Just then a taxi pulled up and out jumped a man in a purple coat and tall silk hat. The circus train is broken down 50 miles south of town. I'm the ringmaster, and I got him to tell everybody how sorry I am that there will be no circus today. There can be if we help, Mary exclaimed. Don't go away, folks, shouted Captain Marvel. We'll be right back with the rest of the circus. Off they flew to find the circus train. Captain Marvel picked up the engine, and Mary Marvel picked up the caboose. The whole train was stretched between them. Who needs tracks, said Captain Marvel. This train is going to fly. And away they went, bouncing the train over their heads. They flew over the city, carrying the circus train towards the park. On the street below, hundreds of people pointed skyward and stared at the flying train. It's heading for the park, someone shouted. All over town, people left stores and shops and offices to follow the flying circus train. A half hour later, with the help of Captain Marvel and Mary, the circus train was unloaded and the tents were in place. The crowd cheered as the elephants, acrobats, and jugglers and clowns paraded. You know, said Captain Marvel, chuckling, there's one thing I've always wanted to try, he whispered in the ringmaster's ears. Of course you may, said the ringmaster. And so that when the clown act began, there was one extra clown. Captain Marvel, splat went a pie, splash went a bucket of water. Everyone laughed and cheered. Even the world's mightiest mortal likes to clown around once in a while, Captain Marvel said with a big grin. Later, when the last acrobat had swung, I'm guessing through the air, and the last elephant marched out of the tent, Captain Marvel and Mary stood at the entrance to collect donations for the new hospital. The circus crowd agreed it was the most exciting afternoon they could remember. Thanks for all your help, Captain Marvel and Mary, said the ringmaster. Everyone at Jobs in the Circus, let us know. We'll be happy to have the world's mightiest mortals on our show. What number is this? 130, 155? And there's all the little golden books. There's the back cover. I love these, and I'll pick up these. If it's ones I remember from my childhood or something like this, like that D&D one, they're like $5, and it's like, wow. You know, that blows my mind that much. Because like 49 cents, I remember maybe them going up to $1. But I do remember like you'd find them used for a quarter, 10 cents. You know, next to nothing. So, I'm out, everybody. I will be back another day. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.